नई सदी, नया साल, नया महीना, खबरें भी नई। चंद्रयान से आसमान तक, देश से विदेश तक, बाजार से जन सरोकार तक, सब पर है हमारी पकड़। देखिए देखिए खबर सदीनामा सदीनामा।
Professor Vidyasagar University, Japan, and President of IUAES. Former research director of the Asiatic Society. And chair of the Congress Committee.
Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Striven to isse amritassa putra. Ayathamani divyani tasto. Vidahanetam purusham
Et on est plus amis. We have one. Yes. Or tribute.
Change did it bring out? It brought out a change where different national associations were recognized. The national associations belonging to different nations, more so to the global south, they were recognized. And a parallel body came up, World Council of Anthropological Association, in addition to IUAES. And now, when we are celebrating this post-Congress here in the prestigious Asiatic Society premises, I am pleased to announce that both these bodies, IUAES and WCA, they are coming together, they have already come together under a rubric umbrella structure of World Anthropology Union. Now I am asked to speak on this World Congress. The scale, the extent, the magnitude, the depth, the coverage, the outreach. I think it is a historic occasion to record that 3 pre-congresses were held. One was organized by Professor Sukan Chaudhary at Lucknow University. The other one was organized by Professor Deepshikha Barnwal at IP University. The third one was organized at Indira Gandhi National Open University. And after the main congress, which was organized in Delhi, the 2 other post-congresses, one is being organized, today is also the day, by Professor B.V. Sharma at Hyderabad, and this is what we are all witness to. I consider it as my privilege to be a part of this historic occasion when Asiatic Society is organizing the 19th IUAES post-Congress on a theme so central to the knowledge production. I remember Abraham Lincoln saying that if I had 8 hours to cut the wood, I would spend 6 hours on sharpening the weapon. I think today we are primarily talking about the way knowledge is produced in India, outside India, and knowledge is produced in India, outside India, and in different parts of the world.
Professor Chakravarti has already introduced a bit about the Asiatic Society. But when we are talking of continuities, and we are also talking of transformations taking place, what are the roots from where we have to measure the change? Because change is not something which is up in the air. It is something which begins from something and then transforms. So in order to understand anything transforming or anything changing, it is very important to understand from where the beginnings were, what is changing and why it is changing. Now the date of the Asiatic Society, 1784, is very significant. This was very soon after the Battle of Plassey, when the East India Company transformed from being a mere trading company to one that was going to rule India, at least that part of India which it conquered. And with ruling, or the prospect of ruling, were the very important dimensions of administration. How to administer. And administration means knowledge of what or who you are going to administer. And this new Orientalism, out of which the Asiatic Society is a product of that, was a lot about, of course it was also about intellectual or academic pursuits of people like Sir William Jones, but a large part of it was also motivated by the needs of knowledge about the people, because the British understood very well that if they did not know the people they were now encountering, they would never be able to control them. Warren Hastings had employed actually 11 Brahmins as his council. And these are very significant points. We see that the British, even when they wanted to control or they wanted to administer or they know about knowledge, were already
XIXth was also the General Secretary of the Asiatic Society in 1939 to 1942. What is called in Bengali Attus Labha Mrittuvat, but I cannot resist my impulse of mentioning it. That is, this poor fellow is the second anthropologist to have occupied the chair of General Secretary in the Asiatic Society. Many world forums in the capacity either of Director Anthropological Survey of India or Chairman of INCA or representative of Asiatic Society. And I have already mentioned that I feel terribly excited. I thought this is the last occasion, God forbidding, for him as well as for me to have attended any World Congress so far in future. He is close to 90, I am past 81. That is how I insisted, made a point that I should bring him with the help of Professor Shoman Patnaik. And so much so we thought that we will not only send a comfortable car, we would also send a medical practitioner if required. But thank God it was not required, but with some assistance, finally he could be brought to the city and on the dais. So once here. You must have also, as a Hungarian Tibetologist, those were the days in Asiatic Society where lot many scholars, academicians, intellectuals had descended society in various capacities, mainly as a scholar. This was a scholar, down to earth, terribly concerned for looking for the place of origin of his tribe, Magyar. And he believed it, that they must be somewhere located in some parts of Central Asia. And through various hazardous journey, terrific terrain, braved everything, finally landed into Asiatic Society and worked for some years as its librarian, and worked perhaps in that room in the corner which has been now decorated with the help of government of Hungary. He did lot of work. While coming, he brought with him hundreds of Tibetan manuscripts. There was one more, Italian, L.P. Tessitori. Similarly, came down to here and in this place, got associated with the Asiatic Society, did marvelous job in the field of language. There are so many, I am only mentioning one or two. Finally, the theme of this seminar suggests that we must critically review the status and development of the discipline right from the beginning, passed through the colonial period and now post-colonial. नमस्कार, शुभ अपराह्न, शुभ दोपहर, ज़ोहर बख़ैर, मसाउल खैर, दोपहर बख़ैर, good afternoon to everybody. I speak Bengali, followed by Sanskrit, Hindi, Persian, Arabic, Urdu and English. Thank you all to this named after Pandit Ishwarchandra Vidyasagar, who was also deeply associated with Asiatic Society long back. Professor Vasudev Burman, Vice President of the Society, Professor Shaminaman Patnaik, the Chairperson in Session in Delhi of the 19th IUAES, Professor, our Chairman of the main body, Professor Junji Koizumi, Osaka University, Japan, Professor Subhadra Channa, Vice President of the main body of the IUAES, Professor Ajit Dondo, former Director Anthropological Survey of India, former President of INCA, former Research Director of the Asiatic Society, and my former guide for PhD dissertation. My colleague Dr. Sujit Kumar Das, former Principal of Alipur Government College, Kolkata, distinguished delegates from various institutes, various cities of the country, guests, friends, members of the council, members of the society, members of the staff, members of the media, friends.
না
এইটাই আমরা বলে
এটা তো
ঠিক আছে of the Asiatic Society. These are old articles on anthropology published in the Journal of the Asiatic Society and also in Asiatic Researches, which was started in 1788 by Sir William Jones. We have given the first article of Sir William Jones here, and some also, these are very important articles on that period. Those are very relevant, and they have went to several expedition and went for research. Those were reflected here.
This is a small introduction of the exhibition that we have presented today, a glimpse of earlier reports related to anthropological studies of the Asiatic Society, where it is the important fact that the nucleus of an ethnological museum was first established in the Asiatic Society. And Asiatic Society is the pioneering institute who gave the enthusiasm in the anthropological studies in India. So we have organized this exhibition about the rare books, lithographs and manuscripts that we have in our collection in the museum related to the anthropological studies, and here the library is also displayed their books and journals where the published materials are there, and a publication is there that we are going to publish the anthropological work and researches in the Asiatic Society. So please go through.
Your name?
Name Dr. K.K. Banerjee Adhikari, Curator, Museum, Asiatic Society, Kolkata.
नई सदी, नया साल, नया महीना, खबरें भी नई। चंद्रयान से आसमान तक, देश से विदेश तक, बाजार से जन सरोकार तक, सब पर है हमारी पकड़। देखिए खबर सदीनामा।